What's going on, fellas? Jimothy Spyder, as always, joined by my partner, LeRoy Cannonball. We're out here in Week 12, 5-5, with a must-win division game, big guy. Yeah, but first, let's clean up what happened in Week 10 and 11. Coach TreyBandz out here handling his business, winning blowout after blowout, taking down these Bengals that we're rematching today, 48-9, and then going out to Chicago, beating them down, 49-21. Lamar remains undefeated, and Coach TreyBandz has really turned this season around. And folks at home, you probably noticed we're up 7. We got the ball. We're about to go into the fourth quarter. Let's see exactly how we got to this point. It's slippy, it's sloppy, it's nasty out here in Baltimore. Very first play of the game, handoff to Steve Tucker, and he's got sneaky speed, Spyder. He's got to have something. He's got that horrific name. I've never heard a more player-generated name than Steve Tucker. We need to get him the tuck out of here. And to throw a little bit more salt in the wound, they go for 2 and get it. Ravens turn with the football. In this torrential downpour, Lamar 30-rack Jackson calling his own number, and it's a pretty good call. No one within 3 area codes of the young man. Baltimore back in the red zone, end of the first quarter. Time for another round of user or loser. And yet again, it's user. All Coach A-Rod read that from the beginning. And down there on the field, that's Jermaine P-Rat with the house call. 87 yards, Spyder. Now, I love that you took the very benign last name Pratt and turned it into P-Rat. Pretty sure I have a couple dead P-Rats lodged in the walls of my apartment building. It doesn't smell right in there, Cannonball. Bengals already up 7, got the ball again off of another Lamar interception, driving now on the 26, quarterback Cliff Boston. A double tap and Weatherford saves it from touching the ground. Now he's got one man to beat. It's the QB. Go ahead and get big. And when the young Cliff Boston makes reads like that, I tell you what, I got more than a feeling going on down here, Cannonball. Wow, you're doing a lot of sharing this episode, Spyder. You got dead piss rats lodged in your house, and apparently you also have an erection after witnessing a pick 6. Game knotted up at 14. LaMarvelous has no problem that it's basically hailing out there, gonna throw up a floater. Rashad Bateman, who actually leads the team in receiving touchdowns. I was so surprised to find that out. This young man's playing at a high level. And watch out, Rashad Bateman. You're about to get a, quote, random drug test administered by Commissioner DJ Jazzy Jeff himself because of Cannonball's choice of words. Oh yeah, back on the field. Nothing interesting, just another pick for McNasty. Jonathan Abram breaking tackles, spinning defenders. Have we ever seen a game on broadcast where McNasty doesn't yick the football? Hey man, some people just play better with the lights on. My ex-wife would disagree about that with me, but that's her own personal choice to just lay down in the dark and do nothing. Very next play, Lamar Jackson scanning, doesn't feel the blindside pressure, he fumbles, and the Bengals recover, erasing that McNasty pick. Couple plays later, Bengals from the 3, quick read from Boston, just hitting the flat. Baltimore and Lamar Jackson down here at the Bengals 13 after a 58-yard kick return from Zaire Wise. Jackson off the play fake, and it's another great user play, and again, it's P-Rat picking up his second pick of the game in the red zone, also Lamar's 3rd interception overall. He's not seeing the field well at all today. Second half football, Ravens still stuck 1, but a chance to get 6. Jackson hanging in the pocket and finding Bateman again. There's a reason this dude leads the team in touchdowns, Spyder. Bengals driving again at the Ravens 29, 3rd and 6. Boston throwing short of the sticks, but they're gonna make it happen until adult film star James Dean comes up with the pile driver. Now Montel Kitchen, nobody's gonna catch him. And I'll never forget growing up, my mother used to always say, if you can't take the heat, get out of the Montel Kitchen. Spiking it into a Bengals player, that might be taunting. Final highlight we prepared for you guys. Coach A-Rod really needs a score here. Down 2 touchdowns, and he's gonna get it. Pretty good stick. And we got a game out here in Baltimore, folks. And this is about as must-win as you can get, Spyder. We're probably not gonna win the division. Jern is just running away with it, refuses to lose a game. The worst he'll do is tie. So we got to chase for that wild card spot, and a big part of getting the wild card is beating these Bengals, getting that head-to-head record. So if we can sweep them here today, we've got some serious playoff hopes. Jackson on 2nd and 7, got some pressure, throwing to a lineman. Wait! It gets bounced off the lineman's back, and they're going to take this for a house call. Oh my God.
This is just one of those plays. It's a series of unfortunate events. You know, we got pressure. We get beat off the left side. We've been getting beat off the left side all day. And we throw it into our big guy's back, and it bounces off just fortuitously for this young man, number 10. Really wish Coach TreyBandz would have the player names on. That would help us a lot.
Bengals going for 2. They've done it all game. They don't want to kick out here in the rain. Tucker in the Wildcat, gonna be a touch pass and never had a chance. So we do hold on to that lead by the skin of our teeth. Cannonball up by 1. But what a momentum shifter that was.
After a Lamar throwaway on first down, now 2nd and long out here in the gun. Jackson bailing out of the pocket, bursting right, got some space in front of him, taking on a defender, and he fumbles out here in the slip-slop rain. Back-to-back turnovers for Cincinnati. There's never been a more clear-cut fumble. I mean, there's no challenge possible here. In the rain, Coach TreyBandz. In the rain, you want to go one-on-one versus a defender. I know you believe in your swerves, but this was... Good God. No wonder production punched us in here at the end of the third quarter. I'm wondering why we got here a little bit early. Now I see why.
It's been a sloppy game for both teams as we head into this fourth quarter. 8 minutes left in what very well could be a playoff deciding game here. Boston 1st and 10, looking for a seam, and he's got it. Way to hold on to that football. That's Chase Claypool.
And Coach, we've mentioned your name a couple times. That's Coach A. Rodriguez, 2285 out there for the Bengals, making his Spyder and Cannonball debut. Nice to have you out here. Certainly have turned in a very good performance, very captivating performance.
Now, going to hand off on 2nd and 8. This one to Tucker, and he's going to get enough for the first. He's been killing us on the ground, almost 11 a carry. He's 3 yards away from 100, and he's got the tutty.
Coach TreyBandz out here playing man, now switching to cover 2. Looked like we had a little bit of press cover 1 situation. Bails out of it, and now a draw. Played well, and this defense is really a championship level defense. You know, we're bottom third of the league, giving up pass yards and rush yards, but we lead the league in takeaways. And I'll take that every day and 3 times on Sunday, Spyder.
Oh, absolutely. We'll let this play run here, but we have something to put on the screen. 2nd and goal, a screen as there's a lot of pressure, and great user. Coach TreyBandz blew up the screen. And come on, who else is it going to be? He's using McNasty, who's got some of the greatest football instincts I've ever had the pleasure of watching.
That's actually a great segue into this, that McNasty, Jonathan Abram, is up for Defensive Player of the Year. He's got 7 picks coming into this game, 4 defensive touchdowns. We actually have a couple players on this Baltimore defense. We'll get into it in a second. 3rd and goal. Boston looking for it all. He's got a man wide open at the pylon. What a read and what a throw from Coach A-Rod.
We got him backed up, you know. It's 17 yards to the goal line. We give up 17 exactly. And holy crow, this game has changed tremendously, going from up 7 with the ball to down 5, possibly 7, barring this 2-point play.
Boston looking left, but Coach TreyBandz plays it the whole way. Now, can he take it back? Does he have enough juice, enough gas in the tank? Turn on the NOS, boy. This is going to be a 2-point play our way.
Well, that's incredibly rare. That's incredibly pivotal. Remember this play, folks. Don't be surprised if that plays a factor at the end of this football game. That's a big swing, going from potentially down 7 to only down 3. Shout out to Nakobe Dean, who already has a big forced fumble in this game. He's playing tremendous now. Zaire Wise getting left on the kickoff and doesn't quite make it to the 25.
We talked about this defense being purple pain. I think I called them that back in week 1. We got 3 contenders for Defensive Player of the Year on this defense after a nice little 7-yard run from Scanny on first down. We talked about McNasty, 7 picks, 4 defensive touchdowns. What about Julius Hall, who had the bummiest year of all time, the bummiest rookie year? You could even ask Coach TreyBandz. He was about to cut this fool. 2nd and 2, there's a flag. We're going deep. This is going to be holding either way, I'm pretty sure. An incredible play down the field. Unfortunately, I mean, you can put that on your highlight reel, but that play doesn't count. It's getting called back. Federales, you know, I've touched on it before. I don't want to talk about it anymore. These NEFL refs.
All right, incredibly aggressive. That was a great personal effort on that play, but going deep again. This one to Wise, and just pushed a little bit, kind of a little contact at the end there. But, you know, refs don't want to see that.
Back to the Julius Hall thing, though. Coach TreyBandz was about to cut this dude. What about the year he's having? 3 forced fumbles, 4 defensive touchdowns, 6 picks.
Snap from shotgun, 3rd and 12, trying to avoid a 3-and-out. Jackson, wonderful protection, just a 3-man rush now getting out, and that's for nobody. It's punting time. Finally to finish up on that, what about Sterling Weatherford? 6 forced fumbles for the Vanilla Milkshake Sterling Weatherford.
You know, it sucks to be punting, less than 5 minutes left, already down 3, but maybe we can get a takeaway. Trying to take this one back. Julius Hall just became a father on live broadcast and calling your shot. Did we call that or what, Spyder?
Julius Hall, we just spotlighted the young man, and going from being on the streets to playing a huge role in this game. Special teams playing very special out there, flipping the lead, flipping momentum. And now Coach TreyBandz gonna go for 2. Don't understand the math here, but it is raining, so maybe you don't want to kick it. Lamar back there a lot of time, it gets tipped.
I don't really get it either, Spyder. We've kicked it well. I mean, we haven't missed a kick or anything. 4 is a lot better than 3 or 5. You know, 4 is essentially the same as 5. I just chalk that up to a brain fart. Now Coach A-Rod running no huddle after a failed 1st down play. Cliff Boston, you got to get something done. I know you don't have much experience, and this was a very dangerous throw to the last guy you want to throw to, McNasty.
Roller coaster ride continues out here in Baltimore. 3rd and 12, just over 4 to play, going empty. Cliff Boston underneath, and out of position is the user, Coach TreyBandz. That's what makes that play get a 1st down. Chase Claypool coming up with another catch. That'll be his 4th.
Bengals throw it away on 1st down, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, they just need to settle down. You know, it's only a 3-point game. I know it's been back and forth and hard to keep up with the lead changes. That's a good play. Finding Chase Claypool late in this football game. Late is better than never.
Clock winding down almost to 3 now. Both teams have all their timeouts. And we're finally snapping here. Not a bad play call, but closed quickly. Sterling Weatherford, he's got that closing speed, big guy.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, you don't think a guy of his stature could run very quickly. And that's not even getting into skin color, but this Weatherford guy just continues to impress me. Now 2nd and 5 off the play fake, and they leave the flats wide the fluff open. Hard hit at the end, but we got to clean that up, Coach. That one's a little too easy.
Bengals now from the 26, deciding to run the football. Ravens closing quickly, a flag. Can we get one on the other team for once? We can. It's going to be holding.
All right, let's settle down now. Let's not. I was about to throw these refs off a cliff. Finally, we get one on the other team. Reminds me of that old John Madden clip where he's on the sidelines. He's red. He's 7 feet tall, 600 pounds, 30 years old, telling the refs, "Are you ever gonna call one on the other guys?"
2-minute warning going off. Can't say it enough. Back and forth. So many momentum. Just so many big plays, defensive touchdowns, special teams touchdowns.
2nd and very long. Boston, lot of protection. TreyBandz only sent 3 guys and still don't have the coverage out there. Can't make a tackle. Usually when you send 3 guys, you don't have a guy wide open, but
I mean, he wasn't wide open.
Spyder, this is the NFL. That's wide open. You got to step. That's wide open. We got to clean that up. I see Abram. He's one-on-one with the tight end there. That's Coach TreyBandz using him. And now he's kind of moving around. He's changing the plays a lot here. Now we got a two-man under look. And Coach A-Rod gonna run and pick up just 2.
And Coach TreyBandz finally decides to call a timeout just in case. Can we make a defensive stop here?
And it's not going to be on downs. You know this defense. If we make a stop, it's going to be a fumble. It's going to be a pick. Just can they do it? Another handoff, and this one a lot better than first down. This is going to get about half of what they need. Another timeout from Coach TreyBandz.
$1.04 left in this contest. Again, what is on the line for these teams is a potential wild card spot. Now 3rd and goal. Boston over the middle. He's got just enough, and it's Claypool calling on him again. He was so clutch this drive, showing up here in the 4th quarter. Maybe just wanting to be a broadcast man, because he didn't do much before we got here, big guy.
Now very interesting, A-Rod kind of sees the math here, and he's going to kick it. Almost shanked it a little bit, but that's a good move. That's what we should have done, Spyder. Let's go up 4. We don't need to go up 5. We just need to make it more than 3.
That's really great analysis, Cannonball. I know that all the viewers love when you give math lessons crunch time of a game. Lamar going from empty. Got to have a touchdown on this drive. Going deep, and it's caught! What a dot from Coach TreyBandz. Lamar Jackson, quick spike, saving that last time out. Let's go back to that last play, Cannonball.
And oh man, is this a laser beam if I've ever seen one. Fantastic over-the-shoulder catch from the second-year man, Bryce Randall, out of Michigan, getting him involved late in the game. I'm just enamored by the throw, Spyder.
So back out here, 2nd and 10. Jackson directing traffic down there, 31 seconds. But he's got a lot of time. Heave-ho all the way, and he's got a man. It's a touchdown.
And it's very simple, Spyder. He's just going to run this little post route, somehow cross the safety's face when this is all the safety should be looking for. Donovan Powell.
Lieutenant Don, I salute you, making this splash play.
Yeah, you could even say that this game was darkest before the Donovan. That's how versatile his skill set is. That's how versatile his name is. He makes it easy to be great as a quarterback, and he makes it easy to be great as a commentator. With his incredible work ethic and his fabulous name that you can just twist around in 1,000 ways and try to get a chuckle out of someone.
So, Baltimore just needs to hold on 24 more seconds. Bengals and Coach A-Rod do have all 3 timeouts, so they can throw this anywhere they want to. Boston hasn't had a great day through the air. And he's going to throw this one up into double coverage. Let's yick this. McNasty gets mossed for the first time of the year.
And this is just another play, Spyder, where I would have lost everything I own, which isn't that much anymore. That's why I'm calling video game footage, obviously. But I still would have lost everything I own because out of everybody on the team, how are you going to see McNasty get mossed?
Oh, God. Now a play after finding out Jonathan Abram is, in fact, human. Already in field goal range, and they're going to run it and try to get a little bit closer. A-Rod taking this to the sidelines. Smart coaching there. You got a couple shots at the end zone. Then again, this defense is so turnover happy, I might just kick it here. You're really playing with fire. You rolled a natural 20 by virtue of Jonathan Abram whiffing on a football, which he never does. You might just want to count your blessings, kick it. Maybe I'm being a little bit too conservative. See what I mean, though, Cannonball? Taking a shot at the end of the play. That's Abram. McNasty trying to make up for his mistake. We say the phrase a lot, you're really playing with fire if you try to run it in his direction. Or throw it.
Yeah, no way he makes the same mistake twice. 3rd and 1. Bengals trying to get a little bit more yardage here. Another handoff up the middle and another hard hit. Boy, this is awfully fortunate for this Bengals team. Taking 2 very hard shots in the slip-slop rain. Now Coach TreyBandz wasting his final timeout, icing the kicker. It's going to be 31 yards, and it's looking like we're going to have overtime. It's all you could hope for as a viewer.
Here we go, 5 on the clock. Out from 31, Cincinnati and Coach A-Rod trying to send it to overtime. He shanked it!
He missed the kick! 31 yards on broadcast. Everybody watching, what a great game, back and forth, and you miss from 31.
It's been a while since we've seen a shank job, but we know they exist out here in the NEFL. Nothing is 100%.
Ravens in purple paint, hold on for dear life, get a huge win. Now we're second in the division, now we're players. Also, to fix a mistake we said last video, Lamar is still unbeaten. He was out, he lost that Jets game, he was out in the first quarter. So actually, the backups went 0-5. Probably should have mentioned this earlier. Great job, guys. Get inside, take a hot shower, take a hot bath. And what a show. Thank you to both coaches. I mean, again, just another banger.
Yes, and thank you so much for watching. Always nice having you with us in association with the NEFL, these Baltimore Ravens and Coach TreyBandz. We'll see you next time.
We out.